Marco Bezzecchi!
Ciao a tutti, ciao.
Who is Francesco Venturato?
Okay, this is an easy question, I think. Francesco Venturato at the moment is the Crew Chief of Bezzecchi, but it's a long time that I work in the motorsport. So in the past I started, my first activities was more involved in the vehicle dynamics. Then I moved to the chassis design in Moto2. And then I started to be more involved during the years because I started this adventure to make the performance engineer that at that time in 2010, I guess, we were not so much in the paddock. So I started in Honda HRC with Casey, then Mark Marquez, but I was more involved in the test and the development at home. And then I moved to Suzuki in 2016, still making performance engineer, much more involved in the track. And then I moved here in Aprilia. I was involved to make some simulation, tire analysis, and then they give me this big opportunity, and I became the chief engineer of Bezzecchi. So.
And finally, you got the first victory as a crew chief with Marco Bezzecchi, rookie in the team, and in Aprilia, which is so special in Silverstone, a special racetrack as well.
Yeah.
How do you describe the feelings of that victory? How did you experience that moment?
Yeah, as you can imagine, is something unbelievable for us because you can see only the final effect, the victory. So. But you don't know what there is behind, because there's a lot of job, not only of the team, but there's a factory behind that is a lot of years that they are working for that. They achieved already some victory, but for me it was the first time, so it's unbelievable because at the beginning we were like the underdog because there was a world champion. So the pressure should be over only on that side, and I say, okay, can be easy for me because no pressure for me. And then something changed, no? And so it was unbelievable. So I take maybe 3-4 days at home to realize completely what we have done. It was so nice, so nice.
I guess there's still so many people needs to discover or find out who is Marco Bezzecchi. How can you define Marco Bezzecchi as a rider, but also as a person working alongside him?
But what you see in the TV is the real one, because in the normal life he's so easygoing, because he's a very normal person. You can play with him. He have other interests apart of motorsport, such as basket, NBA, so we can speak about many things. But he has like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because when he swapped to the race in Friday, he completely changed his mind. He can become so focused, so precise. Everything must be put in the proper way. So it's completely different. Then when we stop the session, he swapped back to the Marco Bezzecchi, no? Because he play a lot with the guys. He wants to stay in the box. He likes so much to stay with his crew and with the team, with the staff. He's a nice people, a nice person. So.
After the win in Silverstone, with Aprilia, you experienced something really different. You work in the past as well with different manufacturers. What does Aprilia is something special compared to the other manufacturers you work with?
It's difficult to make comparison because every team has something special. Because everybody here wants to get the result. So high motivation, everybody wants to achieve the goal. The things that you can feel inside Aprilia is like a big family, because everybody want to achieve the goal, but in a way that is very relaxed. And at the same time, you have so many people with a high level, high skills. And so at the end, you work in an environment where is a so high level, and you feel this kind of feeling, no? So it's very nice. I feel very comfortable to stay with them because you can speak with so many different people, and everybody try to help you and give you some many details. So it's very, very nice, that feeling.
Considering, Francesco, in MotoGP, how important are the competitive riders to get extra data to develop the bike, and considering also the injuries Jorge Martin is struggling with in the last period, how difficult is for a factory like Aprilia to work with the data based on one only competitive driver like Bezzecchi?
Yeah, in some ways it's very connected with the previous question that you made. I think that one things that we have as a plus is the people. Because if you are very very skilled to analyze all the data, you can separate the feedback of the rider and what you find on the data, no? So for sure, if you miss a world champion in your team, you are missing something, because a very fast rider can put on the limit the bike, and you can understand more quickly which is your level and where you are ranked with your performance. But on the other side, I have to say also that it's not only a question of data analysis, but in this difficult period, if you want, Marco, from the first test, understand that, okay, now he's a factory rider, and he has to understand much more. He's not only ride the bike, but he has to test the different things and give us very precise comment. So he understands this from the first test, and he make a switch from this because he understands he has to work in a different way. And test by test, after some races, everything is coming to the proper way. No? We are finding our path. So it's more difficult for sure.
Yeah.
But seems like in some way we are going the proper way.
What can we expect about Aprilia for the early future, considering these three riders, especially Martin, Ogura, and Bezzecchi, are rookies for the brand, and only Raul Fernandez has some experience with this bike? What we can expect for the future with Aprilia once all of these riders are getting more experience, getting more kilometers, and more the touch of the bike?
I think that if we continue like this, we are putting all the bricks to get the proper path. And we don't have to forget also, it's not a matter only of the rider, but we also change our technical director. So this year is a lot of change. So we have to stay calm and try to be focused and continue like this, because if you see, for sure the result of Silverstone make us happy because we achieve a great goal. But analyzing the data from the previous event, Marco makes some mistake on some corners. So, but lap by lap, he showed that the potential of the bike is quite closer to the other, to Ducati. So I think that we are going the proper way.
Taking in consideration the results of the last 5 years, we are obviously in the middle of a Ducati era, no? When do you think this is going to change? And as an engineer, how stimulating is to face this challenge of facing against a big company like Ducati from another super big company like Aprilia?
Yeah, but, Ducati is arrived there not in 1 year, because if you go to the past, they spend a lot of time to achieve this goal. We are there because we are not missing anything, because we are quite competitive, and as you say, as soon we get all the 4 riders in the track, for sure this can help much more. And from my point of view, from the engineering point of view, is for sure is a challenge, because everybody that come here want to win, and we are quite there. So we need just time, and then stay focused and go straight on.
And again, from the perspective of an engineer, where do you think MotoGP is heading from 2027 on?
Is a big jump to the future, in the sense that we change engine, we change the rule for the aerodynamics, for the light device. We don't forget we change also the manufacturer of the tire, so we swap from Michelin to Pirelli. So it's a completely change of paradigm for everybody. So will be interesting for everybody, from engineer and also for all the people that stay at home, because I think that from our point of view, from the engineer, we are looking for the 10th. We are faster here at home. Maybe they want to see the battle, the overtake, so they don't look so much for the technical point of view, but the result of this change of technical point of view. And so this change can help everybody to get more at the same level at the beginning, for sure. We have more potential, or still have some knowledge, maybe have some advantage, but...
And in this sense, Francesco, do you think it's going to be more fan-oriented, this new MotoGP, instead of engineer-oriented?
I think so, but the engineer at the end find a way to go faster. So you put the rule and you try the way to go around in the proper way. But the target is for the engineer is go faster. Is the lap time. For the show, for sure, is the overtake. So I think that we can achieve this for the 2027.
Okay, last question, and regarding the concessions in MotoGP for factories, you are in the Group C. You are always in the limit to downgrade or upgrade to Group D, like Yamaha or Honda. Will you rather to go in that concessions group that permit more free tests, or do you prefer to get more points and get more results? And
as I told you, from the engineering side, more tests you have, better it is, because you have more time to try the things, and then you can try this with the factory riders. So it's for sure an advantage. From the other side, is more job for everybody, but the target is to win. So it doesn't matter how. At the moment, what can I say? We stay focused, race by race. We have more around 5 races. We are quite closer to be there or not. So we have to stay focused, and if we achieve the result in the track, it means that we don't need so much the concession.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.